Hello there, and welcome to Ancient Theories channel. So, I bought some corundum crystals. Here you go. And those are from China. Those are pink corundum with chrome inside, like woolly. And to be honest, I'm not quite sure if this is corundum. It may be synthetic corundum, it may be natural corundum, or it may be something else. My friend geologist told me that I should check this, so I am checking this under black light. Those rocks are probably corundum rocks, and corundum, ruby corundum, should glow in black light, but those are not. And the reason for this is because it's wrong wavelength. It's 405 nanometers. That's why they are not glowing. So I achieved nothing here. Second test. Let's try to check its hardness. If it can scratch quartz, then it's harder than quartz. I have prepared some testing kit, and I have placed this little crystal on this wooden stick, and I will try to scratch it, as you see. It was harder than I thought to record with my phone. But as you can see, there are scratches here and here. So, yeah, that's it. I have also tried with another tools to scratch the quartz and compare the effect. If you don't want to hear me yapping here or looking at me scratching some crystals on another crystals, or you are just bored here, you can skip. There is another test with heat later, and if you are not skipping, then hey, how are you today? Okay, so at this point I am sure those crystals are harder than quartz, but I am not sure if it's corundum or clear corundum. It can be also topaz, moissanite, or other mineral, synthetic material, and so on. And those scratch tests didn't. My friend geologist told me he is not sure after this scratching test. So I will later do some heat tests and density tests. Okay? For now, I am doing this to make him sure and to be sure that I am dealing with corundum, because I'm going to make corundum powder and corundum paste and try to create some awesome granite vases. No, I'm not going to make granite vase. No. I am going to create a reflecting surface of granite and try to reflect laser pointer with granite surface, okay? With this primitive technology. I know there was some zircon and titanium and iron finding in those vases, in those fragments of toolworks, or so on. And I am not dealing today with this, but I am still standing my ground. I think there are two classes of those vases, okay? I still think that's what it is. We have one class of precise vases and one class of imprecise vases. And I am taking this slow. I'm taking this one step, baby steps at a time, and I will try to convince you that I can create some reflecting surface out of granite with this corundum powder. And that's my goal here. But to do so, I need to know that I am dealing with real corundum. And at this point, I am pretty sure it's synthetic corundum, But you should also know that in molecular level is the same as corundum. There is no differences. Of course, there's this chromium which makes it pink, but the same is in real natural rubies. Okay, sapphires are blue, and there is no in this corundum sapphire. There is no chromium, and there are other compounds like iron there. Again, not compounds, another element. Iron is element, like titanium is element. And I know there's no titanium like clear, simple titanium element in nature on Earth. We can only find titanium in space because on Earth there is only oxides of titanium. But you can be sure we can also find traces of titanium, not oxide, but clear titanium in sapphires, in blue sapphire. But to do so, you need to, well, I'm going ahead myself, to get this titanium in sapphire crystal, you need to create ablation by heat treatment of sapphire, and if there is iron and titanium oxide in those sapphires, you will get clear titanium, and there will be some better blue color on the surface. And that's it, how we made those sapphires crystal clear. We put them in high temperature, and those sapphires are, more blue due to this ablation. Okay, so the scratch test is over. It is clearly scratching the quartz crystal. So my next goal is to show you that it will basically I am going to put it in fire. Okay, I am putting this in fire, and there is quartz crystal. I snapped it from this shield, and I am going to hit those two and show you the differences in their behavior under this heat source. Okay, and here is the effect. I am using my blowtorch, put in blowtorch, and as you can see, and the corundum went black, and the quartz stay white or clear, and after a while there will be some more differences. Melting point of corundum is above 2000 degrees Celsius, 1100 I think, and quartz doesn't like this blowtorch, and as you can see, it's shattering itself. It's actually quartz powder now. When quartz went from pink to brown, and there is this corundum piece gaining its color again while losing this heat. As you can see, that corundum crystal is still the same. I will show you under the loop. There is no differences, there is no fracks, there is no cracks, there is no anything. I will compare this after heat treatment with another corundum crystal before heat treatment. And there is no differences. It's like it changed its color and it went back to pink, and there are no structure differentiation. Of course, those are two different crystals, but still. Let's use blowtorch and try to hit big crystal, okay? and this will take a while. I speed it up it for you. But you see, you may ask me, okay, if you want to be sure it's corundum, you can use something more modern, like spectrometry. Okay, I can, but I do not have spectrometer, okay? And I can send this to lab and tell them, hey guys, please check this for me, but they will ask me for money to do so. And they will get my money just for clicking 2 buttons on the machine. I know this machine. I have done some. Let's say, I'm not amazed on the fact that I'm going to pay someone money just to click 1 button when I can do this, show you this. And also, I don't think ancient Egyptians in Middle Kingdom or New Kingdom had this technology of spectroscopy, okay? I think they used something like this to differentiate minerals, and during the mining operation they had to differentiate gold from copper, which is simple, and corundum from topaz or diamond. Okay, and again, why I'm hitting this so hard? You see, I know I am going later to create some powder out of these crystals, and I checked if this heating process will help me with this. Okay, and now this. This is water. As you may see, I use some water to cool it down, and there is no fractures. This heating process didn't help me with fracturing this crystal. I tried to hit it very hard and cool it really quick to get it into pieces. But no, these corundum crystals are made of something else, okay? And here is me doing some hard labor, trying to create this powder by pounding stones against each other. Yeah. Just like... Yeah, okay. Okay, now density test. I have this powder now, as you can see. Okay, and I will use scale to measure its mass. Okay, and it will be pointless because you see this plastic bag. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, so I'm scale. Okay, I wouldn't see anything, but it's about 11 or 12 grams, 11.72 gram. And it's plastic, okay, and it's 43 grams. I will put water in it, and I will use this Archimedes trick to calculate the volume of this powder. Okay, here we are. Have water inside. It's clear water, and as you can see, there's about 60 milliliters, and there's 59 grams. So this scale on this vessel is not perfect. We'll get back to it later. Okay, now I'm going to pull powder inside, and this plastic bag. Let me say one thing: it's not the best quality plastic. Okay, I know corundum is hardened. Yeah, it's all mess. I messed up. Okay. Don't worry. I have amazing math skills, and I can calculate this pretty good anyway. As you see, I know there is this water, and I know how much it's weigh, and I know how much this powder was there, and you will see. At this point, what is important is to get this powder inside and calculate, or just the mass of this corundum inside by using numbers and basic math skills, because water plus corundum is this, and I know how much water there was, so I can calculate the mass of corundum, which will be less than 11.7 grams in the end. But at this moment I am trying to squeeze more corundum powder inside to get this water higher, because I need a lot of powder inside to get anything meaningful differentiation in height of this water column, water pillar. Okay? Yeah, there is a lot of mess. Sorry for that. I didn't expect this plastic bag to not hold this powder. Okay? And now I am going to measure it again and show you the result. Okay. I am expecting to get density around 3.8, because I know there is still some pockets of air inside those little crystals, okay? I'm not looking for 4.0 or 4.1 or 3.95 grams per centimeter. As you can see, there is 69 point... okay, you won't see this. Okay. It shows 63.5 milliliter. And that's about it. I have also the mass of this concoction inside, and I can do some math to calculate the density, okay? Okay, on the left side, I have calculated this density using delta V, delta volume, using this simple scale on the vessel. And as you can see, there's not quite good effect on this, because there's less than 3.3 grams per centimeters, okay, density. I have also calculated some error, and here you go. There is maximum density and minimum density here. And the quartz density is lesser than 2.69 always. And corundum has density of about 3.9, and I got 3. Okay? But I think there is problem with this metal, because this scale on the vessel is not quite good. I have tested this with water, and with 100 grams of water, it wasn't 100 milliliters. It was off by 2%. And I decided to calculate this density using my own math skills and the radius of this vessel and the parameters of this geometry. So if water went up by 5 millimeters, then I can calculate the volume of this. Okay, cylinder. I can calculate the volume of the cylinder because the water went up by 5 millimeters. I can measure the radius, and this will get me where I am now. And as you can see, I got density of 3.8, which is expected value for me. And it's quite different than this scale on this vessel. It was plastic vessel. I don't get any comments on this, but using my own math, and due to my wife, I didn't have my caliper and its measurement with simple ruler, and I got two with loop. Okay, with loop, I got 2.64 centimeters of double radius, and there is this error of 1 millimeter. Okay, and this huge impact on the error range is due to this error on ruler. It's not because I have wrong scale or wrong methods. It's just because I used ruler to get those double radius. Okay, and if I would use caliper to define the radius on this vessel, then we will be golden here. I will get you. I will get this caliper and I will measure it again and do some other math to get the better result later. But to be honest, for now, it's enough for me because 3.8 it's high enough, and when you compare this with pink topaz density, then we see it's higher than that. But you can also say, okay, but the error is quite big, and it can be also density of pink topaz. No, because I know it's harder than quartz. Pink topaz is harder than quartz, but I used heat treatment, and pink topaz behaves differently in this temperature range. Okay, and after this heat process and after this density calculation with my own math and measurements of this radius, I am pretty sure it's corundum. It's not the best corundum. It's not natural corundum. I am 99% sure it's synthetic corundum, and by synthetic I mean it's just molecular corundum made in lab instead in ground. But even after mining some corundum from ground, you will need to purify it and get this clear corundum, which will get me here where I am sitting right now. So yeah, it's corundum, but it's not the best corundum. There are pockets of air inside of those crystals, and it will be okay for my paste, but as you can see, I need to measure it again and find my caliper, which isn't here. I have to drive about 20 kilometers to get this in some box, because my wife decided it's not an important tool in the house. Okay? Yeah, that's it. It's all about my rant about my wife, not about ancient Egyptians or any minerals. It's about ranting about my wife. Yeah. So, is it corundum powder? Probably yes, it is. Till we meet again.